You're listening to Talking Raptors on Raptors Republic. 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 Talking little Raptors on Raptors.
Okay,
Republic.
hey, back-to-back episodes. Here we are.
Getting in the playoff rhythm, Barry.
A little bit of a groove. Season 6, episode 13, Talking Raptors.
Full roster today.
Come on. Barry Taylor here with Nick Reynoldson. As always on Raptors Republic, raptorsrepublic.com. Shout out to those guys. Download the Raptors Republic app. Hit up their Patreon. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
got it, buddy.
All right.
Patreon.
We're rolling.
There it is.
And this week, as you said, full roster, we've got a special guest. Essentially his first time sitting in on the podcast.
Yeah.
But he's always here in spirit. He's the voice of the podcast, but he's here live today. One of Scarborough's finest, Monty Scott. What's going on, buddy?
I'm here. I'm pumped.
Monty.
I can't believe I made my my debut.
It's great. Hey,
I guess
man.
it's kind of a debut.
6 years? 6 years?
I believe you are the first comedian to ever be on the podcast as well.
Well, you know, I had it penciled in roughly for this time. When you guys started 6 years ago, I was like, yeah. Because I'm like, you know, I bide my time. And then I'm like, they'll ask me. They'll let me know.
We had to round into form as well.
Yes,
Absolutely.
We didn't deserve you the first
Yeah.
6 years, buddy.
Year 2, I was like, they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. And
Still
then I was like,
rebuilding.
year 3, I'm like, I don't know. They got promised. There's no reason why not. And then, like, coming in around 5, I was like, yeah, soon. And they're going to need me soon. Now.
Then we went away for a few months.
Yeah.
You thought, is it over? As we did too. We're
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
is it ever coming back?
Who
But
knows?
I was worried about you guys. I hadn't seen you guys in the 2 months. I was like, where are they? I mean, where's the podcast? But where's Barry and
Where's
Nick?
the actual
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, where are the actual people? Because for me, you guys are more than just the podcast.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
right back at you.
Yeah, you're,
buddy,
you're friends. And, you know, sometimes friends go missing for a couple of months, and then sometimes you get them back. And so so I'm just pumped across the board.
That we're here.
Yeah, that you're here, that I'm on. That's just good times.
Let's get down to it. Drake, here's your royalty money.
There he is.
Use some of that for the practice facility.
Yeah.
Notice
Some
all
gold chairs or something.
I finally noticed all the billboards along the Gardner. Looks nice.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, not bad.
I don't know why they put the billboards up, like,
Well,
to advertise that they're putting new signs on. Like, you got signs to advertise the sign change that you're doing?
yeah. Hey,
Do we know what? Did he do anything other than just putting the sign on?
that's a really good question.
And, like, probably painted the court?
we should hit up Blake Murphy. He would know that.
Yeah, we have these resources at our
Yeah.
fingertips.
I mean, we can
don't
even
use
go
them, though.
ourselves, but it's not.
And we're not going there.
It's not going to happen. But
And who are they advertising to? We're not allowed to use it, are we?
No.
It's not like you could pull off the highway and just start taking shots.
Wish.
I believe
$5
it's
in, drop
just
in a
for the
game.
team.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to go use it. Thing 1.
Monty Scott, let's get to know you. A little background. As you've been the voice of the podcast for 6 years now,
Yes.
who are you? You're a comedian,
I'm a comedian.
also part of Comedy Records.
Yeah, part of Comedy Records. You know, human, animal.
Scarborough?
Scarborough. I'm from Scarborough. Yeah,
Interestingly, you and Nick have the same background, but
we do. We're what do you call it? We're tanned white people,
right.
essentially.
Both your moms are Guyanese,
Yes.
and but your dad's English, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your dad's Scottish,
Yeah, the Guyanese part is not the white part
right? No.
for either of us.
Thanks for clarifying.
Oh, yeah, just in case anyone's wondering, not familiar with South America. Yeah, they're not bringing as much white as Canada.
Yeah.
Amazing. And now the three of us met all through comedy,
Yeah.
and we've been buddies ever since. But you've been like Nick and I, who I felt are sort of a rare breed growing up. You were a basketball fan as much as I would say as a hockey fan, were you not?
No, more of a hockey fan.
Are you more of a hockey fan?
Yeah, I mean, since the Raptors got a team, I've gradually become. I'm more of a hockey basketball fan than I am a hockey fan now.
Okay.
But prior to that, like it was, you know, I learned how to basketball in the streets.
Right.
You know, I didn't follow it in school, and then as the Raps got a team, and as I watched it more, then I became a fan over the last, I guess, 20 years or something.
Okay.
I got 20 years in, but
Right.
only 20.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's old.
I got to have picked up something in the 20 years.
Old as a team.
Yeah.
But you've been on board with the team since they got here.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, like I guess it's because I'm Toronto centric, I suppose. If they don't have a team, I just don't acknowledge it as a sport. So I didn't acknowledge basketball as a sport because we didn't have a
You
team.
can watch it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not from Chicago, so Jordan didn't mean anything to me. I was
Right.
like, well, I'm not in the Jordan family, so don't know him.
So at this
You're not
point,
benefiting.
Yeah, I'm not benefiting from
with
it.
both teams doing very well, are you following the Leafs then?
I am, but I am a Raptors fan ahead of the Leafs right now, considerably. Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah. The sport won me over.
It really is. It's a great sport.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more. It's a little bit more visually exciting. I think just because of the scoring, it's more fun to watch than hockey. I'd
Nice.
say.
Do you have a favorite all-time Raptor?
Favorite all time? Oh, good question. Off the top of my head, Mike James.
Why did you pick Mr. James?
Well, Mike James.
No one ever says Mike James.
Except, unless you're one of the Jameses. Mike James came to
Yeah,
town.
it's his cousin, maybe.
Yeah, he was-
And even then, probably not.
Mike James came to town, and I'm like, who's Mike James? What's he all about? And he came to town, and he said, sometimes you got to play for the name on the back of the jersey. And I was like, what? And I was like, that's where that didn't put the Raptors on the back of the jersey now, too, did they? And I was like, no, that's James.
He's playing for himself.
I've never heard of a man who got traded to a team talk about playing for himself before. And Mike James did. I don't think he passed the ball once.
No, he liked to shoot. That was our Michael. He's our Michael.
Oh, hell yeah.
Michael James.
Honestly, he did have aside from incredible selfishness, he did have a good year. He ripped it up.
Yeah.
Because I think it was his contract year.
Oh, that's why he's
And
playing for the name on his back, baby.
Playing for the name on the
Betting
back.
on myself.
Playing for the Jameses.
Unbelievable.
Did you play basketball like when you were a kid? Or did you play hockey? I know you played hockey, right?
I'll tell you, one of the only times I played basketball, I went with my buddy to play some, at a hoop. Missed a bunch of shots, got mad, threw the ball through a window of a portable by my school, went inside, and then we ran away. And that was the only time I really had much to do with basketball at the time.
You're traumatized for sure.
Yeah, I guess I was traumatized. I felt bad about, all those missed shots. I was like, I can't. And not the portable so much, but I never did get that ball. That school owes me a ball as far as I'm concerned. We didn't even play much pickup, like other than 21 or something. I barely played until I was like an adult.
Right.
If I could picture your first experience with basketball, that's almost exactly how it would go down. So it's
And my buddy wasn't even playing me. He was watching me shoot the ball, and then he watched me throw it through a portable.
throw it through a portable or kicking it onto a roof is how I would have assumed it ended with your first shoot around. So
He was just humoring me, and he was just like, all right, I guess we got to leave now.
fair enough.
Game's done.
Yeah, game's done. We got to go. Thing 2.
Moments ago, like right before you guys both arrived, a news, I don't even want to say article, blast came out that said the Raptors are becoming increasingly confident in re-signing Kawhi Leonard.
Is that all it said?
Well, kind of, yeah. They were saying that they're really focusing on his long-term health, their commitment to win, and basing their his trust and familiarity with the franchise. Those 4 elements, the team they feel are really being driven home.
So nothing's new?
Nothing concrete,
No
no.
reason for anyone to write that
No.
article. Exact same
And then the
situation as
best-
yesterday.
Yeah, and then the funny thing, so they say all this, and then they're like, but that being said, if they don't do well in the playoffs, he could still leave.
Yeah, obviously. Well, hello.
But I feel like that's just, we've been saying that since the beginning.
Sure, I
It's
mean...
there's no reason to have that.
No, hey, listen.
You can't...
Edit this all out, goddammit. This is a waste of everyone's time.
It was an alert on my Score app, and then it links to, and then it's like a summary of an article that came from Josh Lewinberg of TSN, and it's just,
This is just, someone had to fill content for
buddy,
the job.
like we
buddy.
could have, the 3 of us could have said this stuff
Yeah.
right now.
But you got 4 articles you got to write. You're only done 3. You owe us 1. Oh, well,
I think Kawhi's
Here's
going to
something.
stay. Just start typing after that. I
Yeah.
think Kawhi's going to stay. And they're like, also, though, he does remain a free man.
Yeah. Do whatever
So
he
can
wants.
do whatever he wants.
He might not.
He might not stay.
Oh, okay.
But it is hilarious how every single thing that happens with Kawhi Leonard, it's like an article will be written about it. Like if he's going to stay or not, or what does this mean? Like, did you see his new shoes that he had on?
No.
He had like a Jurassic Park logo and it said Kawhi Leonard on it.
Oh, okay.
And people was like, "Yep, yeah, there it is. He's staying for
All
sure."
right. What?
Or is he just selling shoes, guys? What do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What Monty? What does your gut say? Your overall having being whatever 4/5 done the season.
Do I think he'll stay?
Yeah. What percentage?
I'd say 65%.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I give you like a 2/3 chance kind of thing. I think there's a decent chance he's going to stay. I love the articles on him with the idea of like to me it feels like somebody who's like a young man who's dating a really really hot girl going into the prom and like are they going to stay together? Do you think she's really going to marry him? Like as if just people just started writing
Are they soulmates? Come
writing
on,
articles about it. Like I think she's gonna stay. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Having no idea.
Having no clue.
No clue.
Yeah.
That's
But
fair.
I kind of think he's gonna stay. I mean I think what the Raptors doing with his health has been pretty cool. He seems to have valued it.
Yeah, he appreciates it.
I guess the real question.
But also, I'm like, what are they going to be like? No, you're playing every fucking game, Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
Get out there.
I think it's more.
Obviously, you're going to be like, hey, you're sore? Okay, don't worry about it, bro. We don't
think
need you
it's-
to win until the playoffs, so you take your time.
Yeah, but I think they're just being extra cautious, just because I feel like that's what he felt disrespected in San Antonio, where they're like, "Oh, they're not taking my health seriously."
Yeah, no,
So they're
I'm-
like, "We're going to take your health extremely seriously, Kawhi. You're not playing today." And,
Yeah.
I
I agree, but isn't that what you're supposed to do? Like
Sure.
you're finessing this man, and it's not. This
yeah.
is not a secret. Like
Yeah.
he knows it.
Well, especially if there's legitimate. Like I've recently read another one of these articles, but they were talking like he has a legitimate issue where he wants to make sure it doesn't backslide into being more of a injury problem.
Yeah.
So like it's not like they're just giving him rest. I think he specifically said they're not just resting me. We're trying to make sure that I don't backslide into an injury.
Yeah, there's like a regiment, right? A program
Right.
that he's on, and whatever litmus test they do for his health, I guess.
I guess the real question is, because based on everything, it seems like he would want to stay, but that comes down to the playoffs. So
But
what?
if we lose to Detroit Pistons
Yeah.
in the first round, I don't.
So he's gone. So
Well,
what would
why
you say
would he
is
stay?
what's the minimum they've got to win in the playoffs for him to stay?
You got to go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, if they lose in the finals, you think he'll still stay?
Yeah,
Yeah, Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I think so. I think they got to beat the Pistons. Mainly, they got to beat the Pistons, and then like, because it's conceivable. I don't know. Is it possible they could play Milwaukee in the second round? Or
I don't think so.
no.
is there a good team out there that they could play where you might, I don't know, somehow not feel as bad about losing? Like you don't feel like it's a disaster?
In the second
No.
round, not really. No.
Okay, well
'Cause
then,
it's gonna be-
then
You have
you'd
to go to the East Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I don't think you could lose. It would be hard for him to re-sign if they lost to a really disappointing team they felt they should beat and they just lost because they're
Brooklyn whoops us up in the first round.
something ridiculous happens.
Yeah.
Then
You go to the
that'd be a
Clippers for
problem.
sure.
Okay.
Go over there with that billionaire, Jerry West.
I think he has to. Yeah, definitely make the Eastern Conference Finals. I might even say win, but
He has
maybe
to go to
not.
the finals.
Maybe.
I think if we go to the finals, I don't think there's any way he could leave. Do you know what I
No.
mean? Like and we lose. It's like unfinished business.
If I were him, I wouldn't worry about staying too much. And I don't mean this because I think Toronto's a nice place or whatever. If you sign a 4-year deal, you can always leave the next year. I would just call up Mike James and be like, Mike, get me out of this contract.
Mike, what does Mike do?
Yeah,
What-
Mike.
What would Mike
What are you
do?
gonna
You think
do,
I should leave? Because you could force your way out of town. You don't have to stay in a particular place. If
Yeah,
you-
take 40 shots every game.
yeah. Soccer kicked the ball one time when you should have passed it to a guy.
Throw it into a portable after the game?
Yeah. Ask Jimmy Butler seemed to do a pretty good job. He might have been talking to Mike earlier this season.
He'll get you.
Yeah.
He can get out.
Start.
Speaking of that, Paul George apparently spoke to Kawhi Leonard about what he should, gave him some thoughts on free agency and what he's going through right now. And he said he's going to keep between them what they said, but I mean, that can only be good.
Another great news story, guys. you
know
know what I
what I
mean?
Yeah.
These
Paul
they're
George
so
talked to-
hilarious. Everything. Yeah, we talked about to Kawhi. He's my friend, and we'll keep it as that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
He's like, I told him to absolutely go to Los Angeles next year. He's like, I
He's
wish
like,
I had
I
gone.
screwed up so bad,
Yeah.
buddy.
I made the biggest mistake of my career.
Yeah.
I wish I could give quotes like that where Paul George should have just been like, yeah, we talked about it, and I can't really tell you about it because it was pretty profane.
Yeah.
And then just be like, I don't know. They were just swearing a lot. I don't know.
Any other questions? Yeah.
I guess we can't hear about it.
Did you see the other rumored Paul George story that happened
Over
over the weekend?
I looked into it, buddy.
No.
So there's a female, she's a porn star, I guess, right?
Yeah.
She's a porn star on a podcast, and she came out and said that when she was 16 years old, she was having regular sex with an Indiana Pacer who was very popular. And then another player in the NBA, though she didn't say it was an Indiana Pacer this time.
No, she said about top 5.
A top 5 player in the NBA borrowed her Instagram because he said he was going to help her business-wise, but then started soliciting dick pics to his phone. So, like, the guy was using her Instagram to get guys to send dick pics to him. Now, so what came of this was, though, different people, like, doing some background investigation.
Twitter is the best.
On Twitter, mind you. This is all on Twitter. Suggested that Paul George was the Indiana Pacer that was banging the 16-year-old.
I had a lot of people said it was Lance Stevenson.
I saw Lance Stevenson as well. Yeah. So
I think Lance is always a culprit based
For
on
anything,
name
yeah.
alone. Yeah, Lance could have been up to it. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Lance
that makes
could have been
sense. Yeah,
involved.
probably Lance.
So, well, I'm glad he wasn't the guy who was nefariously collecting the dick pics, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. Either way, it was fucked up. But it was just funny that it happened.
Super weird.
I think it was Thursday night it happened, and then on Friday, Paul George was in Toronto, and I was like, oh, but then he immediately. No one cared because he said he talked to Kawhi Leonard. And they're like, don't worry about the statutory rape, buddy. What would you say to Kawhi?
Yeah,
And
what's going on with Kawhi?
so,
Prior to that, he was talking about the relationship with the porn star, but nobody was listening after.
it's like I have something to talk about. And they're like, what did you say to Kawhi?
A thing? 3.
The team's recent play, they seem a little unorganized lately. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Who's that up to?
Well, okay, yeah. Let's start there. Monty, what are your thoughts on Nick Nurse?
I've heard through the podcast Nick talking about Nick Nurse, and he's talked to me personally as in asides about Nick Nurse.
Oh, yeah, you gave me a couple beverages. I have some opinions on Nick Nurse.
Calls you up late at night.
Yeah, just talk a little Nick Nurse for a bit, and I don't. You know what I'll say about like all coaching? I don't know what they do. So I'm hesitant to critique coaching because I'm like, for all I know, like Casey could have been hitting a rock with a hammer whenever you asked him a question, or he could have been giving you advice, like
Right.
actual basketball advice. Who knows? Maybe he's just eating strawberry pies, literal strawberry pies in his office, and never says a damn word about anything. But he just says, stay. He just points to the rock, or maybe he's very insightful. I don't know. So I don't know what. When Nick Nurse comes out and talks, he seems like he knows what he's talking about with basketball. but-
I disagree with that.
I think he's
Like, you know how Dwayne Casey had that charm? Nick Nurse just goes like, yeah, it was awesome. The way we were playing, you like to have these guys here. It was awesome. We're doing some awesome things. We got to tighten up here and there, but no, it's pretty awesome the way we were doing it. I was like, okay.
He doesn't-
What? Yeah, man.
Dwayne
sure.
Casey was worse for cliches.
But he had Southern dad charm, which it was like he had dad jokes, which is like, I like that.
He did have Southern dad charm for sure.
Yeah.
as coach of the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy.
I don't know. Just the last couple games, like the loss to OKC.
Was that game?
You were at that game, yeah. And then the Charlotte one, whatever. I didn't see that game. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up, too. You rewatch every game
Yeah.
the next day. How do you do that even knowing it's a loss?
I want to see why we lost.
I can't. You're a much stronger man than me because when they lose, I don't want my TV on. Like I don't want to look at
I
Twitter.
go do
I don't
it.
want a Sports Center. I don't want anything. I don't want to go anywhere near anything until the next evening.
I go back and get mad at people, get mad at players.
Okay. So you want somewhere to channel your rage.
Yeah.
Right.
So
let me go yell at Jeremy Lin for a little bit while.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just review their mistakes.
Yeah.
I avoid it at all costs. Like I'm like that guy. I don't want to see, like
Yeah, that's fine.
Seeing an X or something. You're just like, I don't want that.
Yeah. I'm leaving the store.
Right.
I'm getting off this bus.
Yeah.
The losses don't faze me too much. But I don't want to keep bringing it back to Mike James, but that season was infuriating. I remember it being like they could always get close, and then they would slip away, and they did terribly. But that was a season where you really wanted to throw a brick through the TV. This season, if they lose, or even this whole incarnation of the Raptors, I always feel like if they lose, you're like, all right, well, they're generally pretty good, and then the times they lose, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Can't win them all.
Yeah, I'm able to take it in stride like that.
And we're just conditioned now to be like, none of this shit. It doesn't matter, man. It just matters in the playoffs. Like, who cares?
It really does. Do you think they should shorten the regular season?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm bored of it now. I want it to end now.
You could shorten it by like 10 games and then add another round of playoffs or something.
I think they should shorten it, yeah. Well, I mean, like, they never would monetarily, but it's too many games. The players' bodies can't handle it. You get too many guys injured too often, and look at Kawhi. Ask Kawhi if he'd like 10 games off the season. I mean, he took it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. He's taking them.
Yeah, he took them. He still felt like he played a season. He missed 20 games.
Yeah. Marc Gasol's got to score, man. I swear to God, I think he had a bucket when I went.
The OKC game, yeah, he did, and he didn't score it until like late in the fourth or something.
It was nuts.
Yeah,
and he's still good. Like, he's out there. I'm like, oh, he's doing wicked shit, making great passes, good screens. But I'm like, but sometimes you got to score, man. Like, we really need you to score.
He's really passing a lot. Like, yeah, he's passing up shots.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, he's an amazing passer. We've never seen this before.
Yeah, even the way that we talked about this last time, how JV's doing well, but I would still do that trade
every time. Man.
Yeah.
JV was
also JV's literally the best player on that team right now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, he's gonna gets every touch. He gets to do. God bless him.
JV was I like JV, but he's the most predictable player I've ever seen with my own eyes. Like, just playing basketball, you know exactly, you're gonna take 2 dribbles and then that little hook shot
Or pump fake and and
yeah,
then 2 dribbles hook shot.
yeah. I mean, he's successful with it every time.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to me that, like, yeah, he in comparison to Gasol, or just somebody who's, I guess, better at basketball. JV's definitely limited that way.
Well, we signed Jody Meeks for the rest of the season.
Yes, we did. That's
strictly because Jeremy Lin is super trash.
yeah. How does Jeremy Lin feel saying that?
He's like, well, yeah, okay, I know. I've been playing terrible. I understand.
Yeah.
When you sign a backup for the super backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they signed a super backup.
That we had on a 10-day, and we're like, you know what? We'll think about it. Well, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's really is the worst. It's like, let him go. We're like, don't worry about it, buddy. And then watch Lynn. We're like, nah, get back here.
Yeah, you gotta come back. 10-day? No, full season.
This is
not. We're not writing this ship anytime
We
soon.
made a terrible mistake. Please get back here.
Hopefully, Jeremy Lin figures it out. He won't, but it's okay. Shorten that rotation in the playoffs, baby.
Yep.
I wonder if players ever do that. I wonder if Meeks has got Lynn on a short list of, like, call up that team. As soon as whatever team picks up Lynn, they're like, call them up, see if they need somebody.
Yeah. Give him a couple days, give him a call.
Yeah.
Text his agent.
They got buyer's remorse for sure.
Yeah, for sure. They might need a backup. They might need a 10-day. That'd be awesome as a 10-day contract, man. Just lurking around for your 10-day contracts. Take 2, thing 4.
So got an update this morning, actually. Friend of the podcast, Danny G, a.k.a. Rack 'em Up Danny G, Dan Gladman, texted me, said, love the podcast, talking about the tweet. Monty, did you know that one of our tweets was featured on a Raptors broadcast?
No,
Did we tell you? Oh, buddy. So just to recap real quick, there was a game that was sponsored by Little Baby.
Yeah.
Little Baby?
Yeah, Little Baby and Gunna.
Little Baby and Gunna, Monty, as you know. And
Drip Too Hard.
Drip Too Hard was the song, so they're promoting that throughout the broadcast. And then Jack Armstrong started talking about dripping too hard. So Nick made a tweet about how it was like the best night of his life or something, and then they featured it on the broadcast or whatever. So we got some, we had some television fame. No big deal. Our phone, both phones blew up. You know, it was a good night. So then, we're dying laughing, and then so Dan texted me this morning. He's like, "Love the podcast," talking about the tweet, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." And we had put together a theory over the last few podcasts that Matt Devlin might have burner accounts on Twitter. You know, those like undercover.
Sure.
Yeah. He says, Danny G confirmed Matty D does not have a burner account.
No burner account. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
So
got to the bottom of it.
We're not
Yeah.
right. We're not right all the time.
no, but there are no burner accounts according to Danny G from Matt Devlin. I will say too that every time Matt Devlin comes up from someone that knows him, apparently he's a very nice guy.
Of course he is.
So I don't know. Now I'm starting to feel like an asshole. But
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
He's a great man.
Yeah.
I love watching him talk about baseball, man. It's the best.
I love when he does baseball
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, Devlin seems like a good dude, and I don't know. I have no reason to believe he has a burner account, but this was all said about Colangelo. Nice man, no burners. He had burners.
He had burners.
He had several.
Yeah.
He had burners.
Yeah, he had burners.
What a way to go, eh? Good Lord.
That's my favorite story of the year. Was it this year? It's my favorite story of the decade.
Yeah, it was in the off season, right?
Mm-hmm. Are there any other NBA celebrities you think that have burner accounts besides players?
Ooh.
Somebody should have been out there looking around after the Colangelo thing went down to see if there's any prominent, shit talking type of accounts that went down afterwards. They're like, oh, the gig's up. They're
Yeah, that's
finding,
good.
just in the general NBA
whole
community,
empire?
Yeah.
Of burner accounts.
Leo Rowdens?
I don't think Leo gives a shit. Leo.
Okay.
Leo even have Twitter.
Oh,
begin
yeah,
with?
buddy.
Buddy, he's on Twitter.
He's
Oh,
on
yeah?
Twitter.
He's letting you know when he's home in Florida, sitting poolside.
Every time he's in front of a pool, he lets you know.
Oh, that's what, you guys should always let him know next time you're near a pool.
Haven't been in a long time. Can't even remember the last time I was in front of a pool, buddy.
I'll let him know every time at the Agent Court Civic Center at the pool, chilling out.
Did that get knocked down? What happened with that?
Yeah,
Burnt down?
That was actually my local community rink. The pool caught fire, and they could never get it out. It burned like the Olympic torch for. It's still burning today. It was like it's been on fire for 4 years.
Oh, the water slide just went up. Rubber everywhere.
Yeah, it was basically like a Seagal movie of a fire that never ended in the
was the
Agent Court
actual
Community
pool
Center.
on fire? Like
The pool was on fire.
the
yeah.
water?
They couldn't put the pool out. Took them days.
We forgot it's not chlorine. We put gas in there by accident. It's just burning forever.
I used to play hockey there when I was a kid. I was just worried that the fire was going to get into the rafters and my jersey would go up. But no. I tweeted that, don't worry, I can give him another jersey, Try to calm some heads in Agent Court.
Just preserving history, guys. Don't worry about me.
Think fast, think five.
You were at the game, the OKC game on Friday.
Yes.
What'd you get food-wise?
I got the hot stone sandwich.
Okay, and?
It was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, man.
Bit dry.
What was in it exactly?
Mustard. I don't know. Smoked meat.
Smoked meat and mustard?
Yeah.
No good, eh?
Yeah. The chickpea shawarma is still the best thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a food preference when you visit the Scotiabank Arena?
Well, I was listening to your podcast where Nick was going on the shawarma. I would have to try that. By and large, I haven't been drinking lately, so I just like to go up to the counter and say I'm not getting a beer. But just to be like, hey, listen, I'm saving $45 or whatever you guys charge, and I'm not getting a beer. But rarely do I eat there, so I don't know. It seems pretty good, the food, but...
Now, but the one thing I guess about the chickpea shawarma, it's kind of hard to find, right?
Yeah.
Like, where was that vendor? Is that
310-ish
Right.
area, 308 in there, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's close to 310. I know that.
Okay.
So there's only one spot in the whole place? Or like
In
not
that
many of them?
area, yeah. Yeah.
And-
I'm sure there's got to be one on the other side too. Like, you know what I mean? But
I just remember I
they're
could
not at everyone.
Right. Yeah. It's not like a common thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'd say one or two per level, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And the smoked meat is a similar situation, is it not?
Yes.
Interesting. And it wasn't very good.
It was fine. It wasn't like it would have to be amazing for it to be, you know what I mean? For me to be like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
The shawarma was good.
Would you go back and get it?
No, I would get the shawarma again.
There it is. That says it all.
I'm done now. Now I'm like only gonna get the shawarma.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Holy shit. All right. I'm going to the game tomorrow, or I guess this will be airing Tuesday. I'll be at the game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get that chickpea shawarma. I got to try it.
You gotta try it.
Huh.
It's not the chicken one. It's the chickpea one.
Chickpea, right.
Chickpeas. So they're roasting the chickpeas on
Yeah.
the thing?
No. It's not like it's not.
It's not in a
It's not like a
circular...
shawarma. No.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, it's like...
How did you even
I
do
don't know.
that?
Yeah, how do you guys... What do you use to stick them all together?
It's a lot of chickpeas.
Yeah. It just about blew my mind if they're doing that. I'm like, oh my God.
Does that come with anything?
No, Barry, what?
I don't know. It's,
$15 sandwich and your $15 beer and get the hell out of here.
the sandwich didn't come with anything either?
No.
Good Lord. All right.
Barry gets the beer and the shawarma and gives them $40, and then they're like, "What you want change? Get the hell out of here!"
Monty, if you're gonna get food, or when you get food at an arena event, is there a consistent route you
go? Just food wise,
like, are you a big pretzel guy?
I do
Hot
like
dog?
those pretzels. I
Yeah.
like a big pretzel.
Yeah.
I don't like a pretzel, but I do like a big pretzel. It's
Soft
one of those-
pretzels.
Yeah,
Okay.
a big soft pretzel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you sell me one of those to hang around my rearview mirror, I wouldn't mind. Just take a bite out of it as I'm driving around.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I would definitely like that. Like maybe some of those like roasted nuts or something. A lot of times I'll just grab like almost anything. I've had the pizza or I rarely do I get like inventive. I'm just looking almost practically cheapest thing on a menu. I'll take that pretzel. I'll go with a hot dog every now and again. Whatever they got going.
It's not the best place to go, like,
No.
you know what I mean? But I understand why they would diversify it. Like, it makes it look like, we're in the future,
I generally, if I'm going to an event in an arena, I try and have dinner before I go.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Well,
That's
you're going to spend
always-
more money on beer as opposed to food.
exactly.
Yeah, the beer.
But
They do have good beer in the ACC. Like they brew their own beer. It is actually good beer.
They have their own beer?
Yeah, they have a brewery in there.
What?
Yeah, they have big silos. That's not where they keep the the chickpeas.
The towels?
Yeah,
There's old towels in there.
yeah. They got a whole craft brewery.
fair enough.
I didn't know that.
Except that it makes Coors Light or whatever. But it's
Oh,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not special beer, but it is well made Coors
You're
Light.
listening to Talking Raptors on Raptors Republic.
Talking Raptors on Raptors Republic.
Now, a lot of people talking about Thing 6.
We're heading over to Twitter. Put out the call saying we're doing a podcast. Did anyone have any questions? Real quick.
Follow up on something from last week, don't we?
Yeah.
Got a food incident. Speaking of food,
Yeah, that's right. And also Humber College. Humber Comedy is a program that Nick Reynoldson did not graduate from, but you attended.
I went.
Anyway, they tweeted out, if you're a fan of the Raptors and laughs, you already know Talking Raptors host and Humber comedy grad Nick Reynoldson. He's
Killing it.
Also recognizable from countless festival and TV and commercial appearances, and was runner-up at SiriusXM's 2018 Top Comic Competition. Humber stand-up.
4 likes on Instagram. Killing it out here.
4 likes. There you go. Well,
They bumped you up to graduate though.
Hey, man, I'll take
That's
it.
pretty sweet.
Yeah. Why not?
Keep doing this, you might have gone to Harvard too. They'll keep giving you doctorates.
last podcast, we had a pretty in-depth conversation about bread bowls. Now, the idea, Monty, being that you go to a party, you're bringing spinach dip in a bread bowl. Is that acceptable? I believe it is, especially if you're looking to impress a woman. Okay? I get that with the spinach dip, you'd rather have pita slices, something, maybe just broken up bread. That's what I would go for.
What goddamn woman is impressed if you bring a bread bowl?
They are. That's their thing. Because they like crafts. Women like crafts.
Yes.
You didn't craft anything. You just
You dug out a bowl or a bread, and
or
it
you
made
bought it like that. Like you didn't do
Hey,
anything.
listen. It just shows that
You certainly didn't bake the bread.
What are your thoughts on?
I agree with you, Barry. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you why. Because I think getting in a woman's head and getting in my own head, if I brought a bread bowl with dip in it, and I brought it to the party and I put it on the table and there was no problems, as a woman, somebody would be like, I should be with that man. That's the man for me. Because I would think it would end with the bowl all over my chest or something. Like the idea that I could bring it successfully without it being a complete disaster, kids crying in the subway, something crazy would happen.
And you...
No one's talking about if it's good or not. This is just weird feats that you're
Oh,
completing.
it's good. Of course it's good. It's the
I
spinach.
didn't spill it, and it didn't melt through the bottom of the goddamn bowl. I'm killing it.
The spinach dip is what's carrying the whole thing regardless. Like, so the bread bowl itself is more, to me, it's just like a very...
You're going to get on the goddamn subway and with a bread bowl in your lap and go to your buddy's house?
Well, it's going to be wrapped. It's easier than, having a bowl of spinach dip and then a bag
No,
of
you get a jar
things
and a
then-
bag of chips and put them in a bag and you're fucking fine. You can put it in your backpack.
Can't go wrong with
You can
that.
juggle around.
Listen.
No one worries. What, a bread bowl?
It's like if
Like
you,
you're a
if
goddamn cake boss? You gotta
you really want to impress a woman, come with a bowl of bread with a Nutella inside of it in a white suit. And if you're not completely soiled by the time you get there, she should marry you.
Yeah,
Like you're
okay.
gonna have people lined up to marry a man like that.
Fair enough. Well, we threw it out to Twitter, and there was a survey. Bread bowls, yay or nay? 58% went with nay.
You're damn right. People know what's up, man.
I don't know.
But it's crazy. Everyone tweets always. They're like, Nick's fucking insane. And then the polls always
Yeah.
justify my madness.
Yeah, like Chris Brigden.
But people that agree with me don't speak out. They're scared. Guys,
They vote. They vote.
talk. I need be vocal.
Chris Brigden said spinach dip bread bowl over chowder bread bowl. See, now we're talking.
We just brought up chowder out of nowhere. You showing up with a chowder bread bowl to my house?
Chris Malner, I want the bread bowl now.
Sure.
Josh Treats, Nick giving zero respect to the spinach dip bread bowl move was an all-time insane take. So
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Well, look at that poll, baby. Look at the results.
All right.
I like that all-time insane.
Well, so
Stand by it, man. People are wrong every day, dude. I don't know. Bread bowls are gross.
You got the voting public with you, buddy, though.
Yeah.
Sagasaurus Flex. I'm convinced the real reason Kawhi doesn't speak is because he is a tethered. At Jordan Peele, #us.
I haven't seen the new movie
Haven't
yet.
seen the movie yet either. You
Damn
seen
it.
it?
I didn't understand that sentence.
Okay. So you haven't seen it either.
No.
We'll let you know. Sagasaurus Flex.
Sounds good.
I'm
Makes
going to
sense.
see the movie.
Okay. Kunal Patel. Rank the b-ball arenas you would want to visit. But what's the one you'd want to visit the most? I would say Madison Square Garden, probably. I would like to see the most.
Yeah, MSG for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Hornets. I want to see how that floor looks, that honeycomb floor.
Or Oracle. The Golden State game would be all right, but
This is the last year for that, right?
yeah.
On a side note, I want to go to Tropicana Field, the baseball diamond in
Tampa one?
In Tampa, yeah. I don't know why. It just sounds
Awesome. Sounds magical.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just to see him hit a dinger off the roof. Shoot back down. Kill an
Red Bull
outfielder.
to Tropicana Field.
You could do that. There's a picnic area in Tropicana Field, I believe.
You can bring food into Jays games, eh?
Yeah, you can. That's right.
And beverages. It's not alcoholic, I guess.
Yeah.
Buddy, do they let you bring in goat curry? Can you bring
You
in
can
anything?
100% bring in a
anything
goat
you
curry.
want.
Bring in some doubles.
Things
Yeah.
gonna get crazy. Yeah, the guy,
You
the
got a peanut
Caribbean
punch. And
contingent's gonna be in there. Yeah,
The most West Indian man on third base. There he is. He's eating curry mutton in the corner. Holy shit.
Lowry-sized Ben Miners. What do the Raptors need to do to push the Kawhi signing over the finish line?
Win goddamn games.
Yeah. Eastern Conference Finals. Steve Sharma. Are the odds that Ibaka actually connects on his next punch higher than our odds of making the finals?
Ooh, that's quite a.
I'm going to go with... I'd say the odds of making the finals are better.
Or higher, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He said he's Ibaka said he's regretting it all. He's gonna stop punching for at least a little while because he was thinking about the kids in Africa. He was just like, oh, I lost so much money, I could have been giving it to my people back home.
Yeah.
So he's like, now he's thinking about the homeland when he's swinging at people.
It's a good way to control your temper.
Yeah, that's what he's using his whole continent as
Good
a
Lord.
yeah.
OGC calm before. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. need to see guest appearances for Raptors NBA Finals. Oh, like which guests, I guess, would you want to be at the Raptors games if they're in the finals?
Oh, you mean like local people? Or
I guess celebrities.
celebrities? Who would I like to see
Canadian celebrities. That are...
in the audience?
Is it an oxymoron? What do you?
Yeah. Joey Jeremiah.
That's a good one.
you
know what?
Danko Jones. I would love to see.
I like that.
Danko.
I'm gonna go with Ben Johnson.
Nice.
He's around, I'm sure.
Yeah, he could be at a game, right now.
Like, do they even guess like talking on the broadcast?
I think probably just sitting courtside,
Is Drake not good enough for these people?
Drake.
What are we? The biggest guy in the world?
Alicia Cuthbert. She's still a celebrity, right?
I don't know what she's
I'd rather
done
see her
lately.
than Drake. Always.
RC. Why is there now a Drake flag flying over the Raps training facility as if it were Drake's own headquarters? Who does he think he is? A superhero? Isn't his only superpower the ability to brush off lint?
This is someone that doesn't know what's going on.
Listen,
that well.
RC, I don't know if you've been paying attention to anything that the Raptors or we have been talking about, but
Yeah,
it's been covered.
it is
Yeah.
his headquarters, and he is a superhero.
And we
Yeah.
got to make clear that this was not done.
Captain Canada.
Do they feel that this has been done involuntarily, like Drake has done it against the will of the ACC or the Raptors? I
He
mean,
just
He
took
forced
it.
them.
yeah. I mean, he's,
They had talks. He didn't-
yeah, this was done in partnership, sure.
him and Ford didn't drive over at late at night, put the flag up, get it up.
If it wasn't done in partnership, then I'm even more for it.
Goddamn mutiny.
Sean Conrad. When it's all said and done, Jeremy Lin's time with the Raptors will be remembered 1, like Jordan on the Wizards, 2, like Steve Nash on the Lakers, 3, like Hakeem on the Raptors, 4, not at all.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about like Jordan on the Wizards. Wouldn't he have had to be like Jordan on Chicago to be Jordan on the
That's
Wizards?
right. Yeah.
That's
Jordan on
insane.
the Wizards, he still averaged 20 points, too. Let's not... What we talked about with Meeks getting signed, that's just like...
It's a nail in the coffin.
Ugh.
Jeremy Lin.
He's shot really poorly, but is he played okay? I mean, I've been watching,
No,
vaguely.
just
He
hasn't-
seemed okay.
Hasn't played well.
He's definitely shot really bad, right?
He's just bad. He's just terrible.
It's not
all
good.
across the board.
Yeah. He tries hard on defense.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
literally the best thing I can tell you right
Plus,
now. Seems to like the city.
Yeah. That's nice.
Seems like a good man.
I think he's a good man.
Abnormalcy bias. Which animal do you think would be best suited to play basketball? The horse seems to have the combo of speed and power, but who is stopping a bear in the post? Who's staying in front of a cheetah? Would the giraffe be like Sean Bradley and just get dunked on all day?
Man, I think the bear's the only one that could dribble in that entire thing.
Hmm.
A whole lot of traveling horses there.
Right.
Kind
How easy is it to take 3 steps when you got 4 legs, too? That's crazy.
What kind of bear, though? Grizzly? Polar?
Yeah, you need a big boy. You gotta get a big boy.
I might actually go raccoon.
Baller?
Yeah. They seem.
Is that an option? Or we just
I think he said which animal.
Pick animals?
Yeah, I think
like a
so.
monkey, obviously.
Yeah,
would
the monkey. I was
probably
like,
be the best.
Yeah, it seems like a really bad move to leave the monkeys off this
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Pretty close to humans. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. They got but
going
they
on
got
with
extra,
evolution here,
extra
right?
hands.
Yeah.
Monkey it is. Casey Bannerman. Should the next brand move for Surge be to open the restaurant here in Toronto? Mafuzi or Avec Class? We could workshop some names. Either one. Either way, this is where Kawhi should sign his extension. I like all these ideas.
At the restaurant or
At
in
the restaurant.
City? Just-
Yeah. He should sign his deal with the Clippers at Surge's Toronto
Avec Class.
restaurant. Yeah.
Avec class.
Nice worm brains.
I think a Serge Ibaka restaurant makes some good sense.
I don't see why not. I
Yeah,
wouldn't want
let's wait till he's done basketball. Hey?
I wouldn't want to try to skip out on the bill or end up in an argument.
He's
with
not
him.
going to hit you.
Well,
He'll push
you'd
you,
have-
though.
You'd have to every time. I'll just tell him to remember Africa every time he tries to swing at me. I'm like, no, come on, no, come on.
The children.
Think about it, Serge, please.
He could do one of those, the where they make the food in front of you type restaurants.
Yeah.
I could see that being a huge success.
Yeah.
This guy's name is All. If the Raptors are going to play the Sixers, they're down 109-110 with 10 seconds left and have the ball. Would you rather Kawhi isolate against Butler or give the ball to Siakam in an ISO against whoever? I guess I'm saying I trust Siakam to score against anyone right now. Does he get the max?
Oh, my God. There's a lot going on
That's
there.
a lot in that question.
I just wanted to briefly say that choosing which ISO play to run sounds very Toronto coaching.
Yeah. Man, I think you can't go wrong with either of those guys.
No, you give the ball to Kawhi Leonard, man. Come on. What are we
All right.
talking about?
Yes.
What are we talking about? You have to give the goddamn ball to Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Siakam scored one basket on the ISO to win a game. Let's not lose our minds here.
Siakam's amazing. But
Yeah, he's great.
It's just like it's Kawhi Leonard. This is the entire reason. You know what I mean? Like
That makes
we
sense.
Have him. It's not DeMar DeRozan.
That makes sense. Athul J. Is Drake being a bit too involved with the Raptors? Thoughts on OVO pairing up the Raps practice facility and the rebranding?
No, it's not.
No, it's fine. I'm good with it.
It's just
All right,
color,
yeah,
man. It's just, you put some gold on that shit and that's it.
I'm okay with Drake teaming up with whoever he wants. It doesn't really affect me too much as long as he doesn't charge anything extra. Like if he's putting a tax on the tickets, too much.
If he's going to help attract free agents,
Absolutely.
do everything. Do it all.
More T-shirts, though.
That's a great point. Haven't been any this year, I don't think.
What? I haven't got and I went to a bunch of the Welcome Toronto games.
Oh, man.
Well, they're not even called OVO, and they're Welcome Toronto nights now.
Right.
So, Drake cut out that T-shirt shit quick.
Couple more here. Bellis, what meal would you guys make to try to convince your girlfriend not to leave you? Then, can we get Serge to make it for Kawhi?
Bread bowls all around, you psychos.
Bread bowls with various ingredients. But everything is in a bread bowl.
Red Bull's the ultimate test of competency.
Even the bread that comes at the beginning of the meal is in a bread bowl.
In a bread bowl?
Yeah.
Bread and bread.
I'm just going to stick with bread bowl.
Oh, fuck, I'm not sticking with bread bowl. I don't know. Not much of a cook.
Fair enough.
Looks like I'm going to die alone.
I mean, you can get food to go. You can
Yeah,
Foodora. You're fine.
Oh, I go dealer's choice. I'll make anything.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. Well,
Yeah.
what does she want?
Yeah,
Get some
what does she
samosas?
want? Yeah, bang, done.
Chris Brigden. How bad did Jeremy Lin have to be for the Raptors to bring back Jody Meeks? Oof. That's, well,
Pretty bad.
we've been saying that, and that's a great point, Chris. So, yeah. I'd say very.
Very bad. Unplayable.
Yeah.
Literally, they had to get another man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. When you're getting replaced by a 10-day guy, tough one.
Nick Davidson. Update on the ACC food menu. Oh, we dropped that. I'll try something tomorrow night. We'll get another update next week.
Yeah. That's a final update.
See if
Right.
they have any macaroni and cheese. See if they have a gourmet
Okay.
macaroni and cheese.
They
That's
might, man.
they might.
Just gonna walk around,
They
yeah.
might,
I get a feeling they do.
Macaroni and cheese
Yeah.
balls or something.
I'll find it.
It might be. I don't know why. It's not like I order that much, but I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's there.
No, I don't know.
It's probably there.
In my imagination, it's
It
there.
should be there.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally from JP, what is playoff Kawhi going to look like? I'm expecting him to take some lives. I think he's going to step up his game too. I think you and I were talking about this the other day, Monty, when we were driving home from a show. Because I was reading a couple articles and both of them pointed out that he takes his game to another level in the playoffs, and we just kind of forgot about it because
Opposite DeMar DeRozan.
yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be great. I'm excited to see
But
playoff
all
Kawhi.
these, it's the same thing's gonna happen with Gasol. I mean, curious to see Siakam, man.
That's really
in
good.
the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good
he'll
point,
be a
too.
bit of a wild card. Like I'm sure he'll do well, but
hope
it'll
so.
be. Oh, he's been in. Well, he's been in the playoffs a few times, so it's not
but
like it's.
He's never been this guy, though.
No,
Do you know what I
no.
mean?
Yeah, for sure. It'll be.
Very.
Yeah, I
curious.
think he'd be good. He's going to rise to the challenge, but it'll be interesting to see how well he does.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I'm very excited. Like I want this season to be over with. Let's get the playoffs going now.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Everyone's healthy. Let's. Kyle Lowry said he's not 100%,
Okay.
but he wants to get the chemistry and going.
I'm worried about Lowry's
Which is
health
terrifying.
wise. Like he doesn't. Yeah, he seems to be a somewhat gimpy as far
Right.
as it goes.
His ankles are both.
Well,
In his back, he
His ass is too big. Carrying around that big ass. hurting your back and your ankles.
He attributes everything to that size of his ass. He's like, he wouldn't be able to move that fast with it.
You're right.
God damn it. Thanks everybody who hit us up on Twitter. Before we go, we're going to announce a show. The three of us are going to do a show.
Yeah.
All right.
Stand-up comedy, May 2nd at Winona Lodge. It's the Comedy Records and Exclaim Showcase, Talking Raptors edition. And the three of us are going to perform.
It's going to be good. Come on out.
May 2nd. Tickets are $10. They are limited. It's a pretty small venue. And you can also drink Cheap's Steam Whistle throughout the night. And with your $10 ticket, you actually get a pint of Steam Whistle as well.
Delicious.
So it's, like you're at $5,
Steam Whistle.
That's going to happen May 2nd. It's a Thursday. Winona Lodge on Bloor, right near Dovercourt.
No, a little bit further than that.
We'll have the ticket link up in the coming weeks, but May 2nd, it's definitely happening. The three of us are coming with some goddamn heat.
Oh yeah, only guarantee is we're all going to step up like Kawhi in the playoffs for that show.
For that show, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
Exactly. Monty, thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Oh, buddy, it's been a pleasure.
The best.
I've just been a fan the whole way through, guys. To be here with you is it's unbelievable.
Well, like I said, you're the first ever comedian on the show. It's been great.
When they put up my jersey in Agent Court Arena, I thought that was going to be the best day of my life and it wasn't. This has topped it. This is the tops right there.
Amazing.
Let's hope this place doesn't burn to the ground, Dave.
Or if it does, hopefully it'll burn forever, I guess.
Start from the pool.
Yeah, the main thing is the pool burns forever.
Where people can find you on Twitter and Instagram at Monty Mofo Scott.
Monty Mofo Scott, that's where you find me.
MontyScott.com is the website. You're heading out west.
I am, yeah, for a couple of weeks. I'm
going to
pretty
do some shows in Edmonton, Grand Prairie.
Regina, and then Calgary.
Nice.
Yeah, it should be fun.
All right.
I'll spread the word about the podcast, boys.
All right, thanks, buddy. So
My pleasure.
Look forward to the show on May 2nd. That's about it, right?
We're rounding into form, baby.
It's all
Getting
happening.
ready for the playoff push.
It's happening.
Get your New Balances ready. Let's get it.